for this evening, Nanchin Kaze. And Nanchin is coming to us from Nigeria. She is a master's graduate of APLORI, which is the AP Leventis Ornithological Research Institute in Jos. And she continued with her master's after undergraduate studies at Jos University. She works as project assistant for the Nigerian Bird Atlas project. And she was just chatting earlier and saying that she occasionally gets time to join atlasing field expeditions, which she really enjoys. But most of her time currently is taken up digitizing historical bird records from as far back as the 1970s and incorporating these into the Bird Atlas project. Her presentation this evening, Why We Atlas from the Nigeria Perspective, is about participation and the journey thus far in the Nigerian Bird Atlas project. And welcome, Nanchin. It's lovely to have you with us, and we're really looking forward to hearing about the latest developments with this amazing project that's taking place in Nigeria. Over to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rick, and warm welcome to everyone that joined us. So I will quickly tell you the story of Nigeria through the Nigerian Bird Atlas project. I'm going to be talking to all of us about why we atlas from the Nigerian perspective. But first of all, I want to briefly tell us why we atlas in the first place. And the first reason is for the birds, because it's the Bird Atlas project. And then secondly, is for the environment. And then thirdly, is for the people that interact with the environment and the birds. So to start with, we'll talk about, I will take us through a bit around Nigeria and to tell you about actually what is on ground. Nigeria is a country that is very rich in avifauna, and we have diverse habitats ranging from the forest to the desert. But then we have a really fast-growing population, which is over 2 million as at present. And then this growing population tends to increase the pressure on the already depleting resources that we have. So for that, there's a need for environmental awareness, if at all we want to save the little that we have, or want to like regenerate and bring back what we have. So already in Nigeria, we have a poor natural history culture. People tend to completely separate biodiversity from livelihood. So, and then in Nigeria, we at present have less than 500 indigenous ornithologists, which of course, when you compare that to other countries in West Africa, we probably have few. So definitely we need more if we really want to make headways in this project. So for us to bridge the gap, we actually are looking for the right tool. And here is where the Nigerian Bird Atlas comes in. And the Nigerian Bird Atlas project is an initiative of the AP Leventis Ornithological Research Institute with technical support from the University of Cape Town. And our main goal is to update information about birds distribution. And this project actually started in 2015, the ending of 2015. And actually, by doing this, we want to connect back the public to the environment. So talking about the why atlasing. So why the Nigerian Bird Atlas project? As I earlier on said, we have over 900 bird species, and which of course, most of them lack information about distribution, their population sizes, and how these are changing over time. And so the Bird Atlas for Nigeria will help to update this information, and will also, from this updated information, be able to have information on how to conserve the birds that we have. So for now, I will take us briefly about what the Atlas project is able to do in the aspect of birds. So first of all, about updating birds distribution. This is the house sparrow, which a project was done by Ringham and colleagues. The In the first place, the house sparrows were only found around the Sahel region in Nigeria. That's around Sokoto and Maiduguri. But because of the atlasing expenditure or the atlasing outing that they have around the Ariwa atlasing, they were able to find this bird, bird around Jigawa, Bauchi, and Yobe. So through this, we're able to tell about range extension and breeding about some of these bird species. Example, the house sparrow. Next, we were able to talk about understanding how environmental variables actually relate or actually affect some of the distribution of this bird species. And I'll be giving us an example with the rock firefinch, which is a range restricted species. It was endemic to Nigeria before, but now it's actually found in Cameroon. So we have an ongoing project that we're like trying to relate the environmental variables that affect the distribution of the rock firefinch. So we're able to come up with this map using Maxen to actually like show us the suitable habitat for these bird species. It's an ongoing project which we hopefully will finish soon. And then I want to share this beautiful map also from Professor Les, actually just using the occurrence point of the rock firefinch to tell us where this species will prefer to be. So the darker shades is actually where is the best habitat that this species will prefer to be. Then the next shade is, okay, if I don't have the preferable habitat, I can actually take this. But then the completely lighter shade is, okay, if every other thing is not available, I can manage with this. So these are some of the wonderful illustration as to why we atlas, so that we'll be able to tell all the story. So for next, I will take us through the work of Jaffer et al., where they talk about the raptors in Europe, and they actually like find out how changes in temperature, in autumn temperature, affect the timing of migration in this species. And studies like this is actually what we're hoping that we'll be able to achieve through the data that is being updated or uploaded every day into the Nigerian Bird Atlas project. So another case study is this phenology study. This is one from Nigeria about the winchat, the migrant, pelagic migrant from Europe down to Nigeria. This actually, this graph was gotten from reporting a checklist, 912 checklist. It's not actually clear, but then it's showing us a bit of what is happening when this species is found in Nigeria, and from April, gone back to Europe, and then comes back around October. So this is a wonderful illustration of what we can do with the data that we have. And also, this is another illustration from Kenya. It's actually about the red-backed shrike. This species in particular is having two peaks where it can be found in Kenya. And if Kenya will be able to do this, why not us? So actually, we are looking forward to producing maps like this. Another thing about the birds is that we'll be able to generate maps that will show us conservation hotspots. Like, for example, this Nigeria map where it shows efforts being put on ground. The darker shade is actually showing where we have more data, while the yellowish part is actually showing where there are less or just few records in that area. So from this map, we'll be able to tell more about species distribution, diversity, and richness. Just like this example, where they used the Nigeria bird pictures from Nigeria to actually illustrate species richness. So this is actually gotten from the pictures that are being uploaded. And this is a brilliant way to actually showcase some of the things or some of the birds and how diverse or rich they are in a particular area. So going over to the environment and human part of the talk, we realized in the Nigerian Bird Atlas project that it's very important to actually involve general public and to collaborate with other government agencies or NGOs to actually move this project ahead. And so by doing so, we move into partnership with different NGOs, government agencies, and individual scientists to actually achieve this. And also another way is to involve the general public, which of course we know you can actually carry on a citizen science project effectively without involving the people around. So that's actually one of our main focus and strategy, reaching out to the people and getting them involved all the more into the project. And so as part of the strategy, the Nigerian Bird Atlas project actually creating bird clubs all over the country to see that we achieve this. And so I will talk to us about the Potoskum Bird Club. And this is one of their outing where they are like actually reach out to secondary school students and with a campaign of tree planting. And here is one example from the Just Bird Club where we actually have a walk on the street to create awareness about our wetlands. And another one is from the Ibadan Bird Club, where they organize a workshop to actually talk to people about birds that migrate from Europe down to us in Nigeria. And more about people and the environment. It's only when you're out there that you'll be able to see a beautiful flower like this. This is the Nigerian national flower. And then, again, it's only when you're out there that you'll be able to see things like this. This is one of a bird club member that is actually checking out a snake that just moved out of his cane. And what best way to connect with the environment? I particularly picked this picture because this particular individual, this lady, is a member of the Just Bird Club, and for her to like express how free you can be in nature. This is one of the things we intend to achieve through atlasing. And to just summarize this a bit, I will just take us briefly through the benefits of atlasing, which of course is to stimulate bird and other biodiversity conservation, and also is an avenue to discover so many things and adventures. And again, through the different bird clubs, we have the Atlas team, the different meetings that we have, just like Ringim was just mentioning that we had a workshop now and they're actually having a barbecue. So a very good avenue to actually meet with new people. And then through that, you'll be able to increase your network. And then part of it is to actually carry on researches, like some of the things that I show you, using from the bird aspect, we can be able to show different things happening, changes in the environment and how it's affecting this bird. And then this is a very wonderful avenue for actually people to move out there and to exercise and to improve general well-being. And so the next thing I will just tell us how far we have gone with this project. On the left-hand side, you see actually this is our effort on ground. This is the present coverage we have for the Nigerian Bird Atlas project. And after 5 years, from just 2 pre-NIBAB clubs, now we have over 23 bird clubs. And in these bird clubs, we have over 1,000 members. And from these various bird clubs, members were able to form Atlas teams. And so presently we have 4 Atlas teams, one in Jos, one in the Southwest, one in Ariwa, that's the northern part of Nigeria. And then this one is for from the Southeast, South region of Nigeria. So, and one interesting thing is that from just 3 atlases, we now have over 209 volunteers, which are actively going out over different time to upload data into the Nigerian database. And for our social media handle, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, we have over 5,000 followers. And the thing that Rick was trying to say about me during the introduction, this is what we are able to achieve from the historical records that we receive from different people, from student projects, from bird experts that were birding over Nigeria, in Nigeria in the past. So we're able to mobilize and digitize 84,000 historical bird records going back to the 1970s, and I'm still putting in more into the database. And so this table under is actually giving us a picture of how far we have come. So from 2015, we actually just covered 7 pentats. But then now, when you check out the pentat all year, we have covered over 2,897 pentat, which is like 26 coverage, 26% coverage of the whole country, which is very huge for the project that just started over 5 years ago. And for this, I will just like summarize my whole talk by actually telling us how wonderful a tool the Bird Atlas project has proven to be. Because through it, we're able to record interesting observation into the Nigerian Bird Atlas database. And we're able to gradually promote environmental and ornithological awareness. And then through that, we're able to build capacity. And all this ultimately improves our understanding of species distribution and ongoing changes. And we're able to identify conservation hotspots or areas that need attention and be able to facilitate species conservation in such areas that we identify to have issues. And then again, another part is that we're able to improve environmental awareness and consciousness in the general, in the Nigerian people, because obviously from the beginning we tend to just separate everything, but gradually now people are appreciating the fact that we are all part of a whole system, and for us to continue to have that system, we need to work together and not in isolation, but do our best to aim conserving all that we have, especially our birds. So, and this project, the aim is to create a win-win situation for birds, for the environment, and for man. The potential of this project is just so huge. And to cap it all, why we Atlas is just to give our birding experience a purpose. And to end my talk, I really want to appreciate our wonderful contributors, the citizen science community that we have that always uploads data into the Nigerian database, and then appreciate all our contributors and sponsors. Thank you so much for listening and for your time.
Nanchin, thank you very, very much. Wow, what a wonderful success story the Nigerian Bird Atlas is, in progress. And a question that I have, and I'm sure many of us would be interested to know, is to what do you account for the success of involving the members of the public? And I mean, it's phenomenal the number of clubs that you've been able to that everybody's been able to establish as a result. The interest in atlasing. What are some of the success factors in achieving this? Because this is a real success story.
Yeah. So so one of the big factor there is that from the beginning we identify areas where we have Aplori graduates. And so when we have one or two individuals over there, we like build from there, because such individuals have a knowledge of birds. And so we build from there, gradually reaching out to people, and then having workshops and trainings to actually bring in these people and try to put into them the the excitement of what we are having. Let it not just be just the main thing, but then try to tell this story in such a way that people will want to come in. And actually it has been working for us through the workshops, through the training, by using our Pluri graduates, using the social media. I think that's part of the factors that is actually working in our favor.
That's fascinating to hear and wonderful. I think again it just speaks of the important role that Aplori is playing in Nigerian ornithology and citizen science, birding in Nigeria. So fantastic, and I think that those who've been responsible for establishing Aplori, they must really be clapping their hands really with the success and the tremendous support that Aplori is achieving. Yeah, I picked up that one of the folk who's joining these sessions for the first time, Ekpa, he says he's Nigerian, but most of this information is new to me. I just like to encourage Ekpa, please, to get in touch with members of the Nigerian Bird Atlas team, the atlasing team, because it would be wonderful if if we could canvass the support of another volunteer for this fantastic project. So please, let's make the connection through this platform. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm just looking through quickly to see if there are any questions as such. Many comments here commending you on a wonderful presentation and the tremendous work that is being done through the Nigerian Bird Atlas project. I see Ringham is also chiming in there, just saying thank you so much. We're very proud of the project, and so you can be, all of you who are involved. And I think that our broader citizen science community is really celebrating the ongoing success that the Nigerian Bird Atlas project is turning out to be. So keep up the excellent work, and yeah, I think